maybe, possibly, by the technology. In case you've never seen War of the Worlds, I think we got a War of the Worlds situation. So is this our special sticker then? I guess this is our special sticker, the one at the front. Look at that. Master Splinter. Yeah, these are pretty cool, man. Tatsu's a great character, great actor. Well, that right there, Dejected Heroes. Great card. Just great movie. Great scene from the movie. Alright, surely that can't be all we've got in this box. I mean, I'm happy to open some Turtles movie cards, but I don't know, I think maybe there's something else in here. Let's see. Oh, well, there we go. Now these are some Turtle cards I'm a little more familiar with. This appears to be a Play Booster box of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actual Magic set. So this is one of the Universe Beyond sets. Great crossover promotions they've been doing, which for some of the fans they've been hit or miss, but for the most part, all of these cross-promotional sets have done incredibly well. Turtles so far, it seems like it's selling pretty solid. It's definitely going to outpace Spider-Man, but Spider-Man has been kind of the low selling point for these Universe Beyond collabs so far. And part of it was just so many Spider-Men and not that many people that wanted to make Spider decks. The cards are pretty cool, lots of great art, but this is a whole different thing of like nostalgia here. So you get a turtle in every pack. That's awesome. Classic art. Some of the art that is really cool we probably won't see in these Play Boosters, and that's going to be that Eastman exclusive art. I think that's mostly done for the Secret Lairs and some insert cards in the Collector Boosters. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited to tear into this a little bit and see if we can't at least open a couple of these here on stream. This is exciting. Now, I haven't played in the Turtles pre-release events. I meant to, just lots of things come up. If you follow us on our gaming channel, High Grade Strategies, you'll know that mostly what we've been doing is covering the Gundam TCG with a little bit of Magic. But Turtles, great spot to jump back in. So maybe I'll hit up a Turtles draft event or even a delayed release event here soon. Let's get this open. Oh, look at that. Got something right here at the top, which I haven't seen with a booster thing before, but it looks like it's one of the old inserts. Just kind of updated. Scan here, discover the coolest cards. Learn more about collectible treatments and Magic, TMNT. And then just kind of breaks down the mechanics and draft archetypes of the set. Because with these Play Boosters here, if you bought a box like this for you and your friends, you could, in fact, each grab 3 packs of cards, up to, let's see how many boosters you got here. I think you could easily do 3 packs of cards for like 4 to 6 people, easy, and still have a couple packs left over for the winner. But yeah, you crack open 3 packs of cards, you make a deck roughly of about 45 cards there. You need to add the lands, probably won't have all the lands you need here, but your average store is going to have lands for you to use, or if you're people like us here at High Grade Strategies, you're going to have a box of lands. We could run probably several draft events easily and still never run out of lands. But yeah, with that being said, these archetypes we got Sneaky Ninjas. That's going to be your Black, White, Strike from the Shadows, Leonardo, Splinter, and even the Foot Clan. The Sneak mechanic introduces an element of surprise, perfect for disrupting the enemy's plans. Then we got your Red, Blue, or your Is It build. Machines. Take a cue from Donatello and venture your way out of problems by assembling robots and multidimensional artifacts into an unstoppable force. That is probably going to be a really super popular archetype. Especially in draft, red and blue, they tend to have your counter magic, your outright offensive magic, but this emphasis on artifacts and robots can be very powerful token strategies. Next, Disappear. It's a party, dude. Michelangelo makes pizza disappear. Whenever a permanent you control leaves the battlefield, utilize special abilities to make your opponents disappear too. This is insanely worrying because this archetype right here plays into what I understand to be one of the very best cards in the set, and that's the Super Shredder card. For 2 mana, he gets a +1/+1 counter every single time, and permanent leaves the battlefield. So if you're building in this green-black archetype and you pull a Super Shredder, you are really, really going to be rocketing off. We got Alliance. Raphael collects a misfit band of outcasts and loners that help each other overcome any obstacle. As new members join the crew, your creatures pump up their power. So that's going to be your Anthem effects, your pump effects. I would expect to see Raph, Casey, people like that. That's cool. Definitely a powerful archetype. Boros has had some weaker set releases recently, but I think in Turtles it probably works pretty well. Then last but not least, we got Mutagen. So blue-green, pull the team together with an ever-growing assemblage of mutants that use mutagen tokens to grow bigger and weirder. Now I really like that because it harkens back to an old set that had the mutate mechanic. And it was really fun, the way you could overlay and just kind of mutate and splice your creatures together. So if it brings things back like that, or even just this new mutagen token thing, sounds like it could be cool. And Simic is just a great color pairing. Again, you got the blue for counter magic. Green's typically big stompy creatures or just powerful creatures. So that combination could be a lot of fun. But after that, I think we need to do is probably not going to open all of these right now. It would just take a lot of time. Box openings are definitely something that we like to do on the High Grade Strategy channel. Check us out. You can see our box openings of GDO3 Steel Requiem. What's up?
You got them boosters?
I got them boosters.
Bust it open!
All right. I guess we are going to go ahead and start getting them open. Let's see here. Let's see what we get. So, all right. Ground for Life. Purple Dragon Punks. Ragamuffin Raptor. Stomped by the Foot. We're just going to go through these a little quickly because, I mean, the cards you really want to see are going to be the rares, of course, but there's some cool stuff, and I haven't really looked at this. As I mentioned, with blue, counter magic, negate, great, just standard counter spell. Lessons from Life, everything pizza. All right, now we get right into, look at that, rare turtle in the first pack, Donatello Gadget Master. Blue and 2 for 3/2, legendary creature, Mutant Ninja Turtle. He's got Sneak, may cast the spell. If you also return an unblocked attacker you control from your hand during the declare blocker step, he enters tapped and attacking. And whenever Donatello deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control. That is insane. Very, very powerful ability. Works great in almost any artifact synergy deck. And that's what's so cool about these Universe Beyond cards. You don't have to just make a Turtles deck. You could throw this in any good artifacts deck. I might throw one of these in my Doctor Who deck. Next, Bebop and Rocksteady. Oh, wow. Another legendary creature, Boar Rhino Mutant. Whenever Bebop and Rocksteady attack or block, sacrifice permanent unless you discard a card. Again, that disappear archetype. This is all about removing permanents off the battlefield. This goes really good with Super Shredder, as well as Michelangelo that's focused on permanent removal. This is a wild card. And at only 3 mana for a 7/5, that's insane. Like, I don't know what to say about this, other than, yeah, you need the fuel to keep it going to make the attacks and blocks, but at 3 mana, that is just an insanely aggressive card. All right, one more. Looks like, yep, just one more rare in this pack. And that is Armagon, Future Shark. Ooh, kind of heavy cost, 2 black, 6 colorless, but flash. When it enters, destroy up to 3 target creatures. So, I mean, it's a miniature hex, it's a high power removal spell, but on a 9/6 body and being able to flash it in, you play this in Commander, it's going to be a solid mid to late piece for some decks that just need that finisher or need that burst removal. So, cool card. And I don't have pricing for these off the top of my head. I'm just going to be honest. The set is so new, and I haven't played it, so I don't know. But we will get back to you with those prices. Let's quickly, like I said again, my transfer, attack. Oh, Cowabunga. Anchovy and Banana Pizza. Yeah, there's multiple pizzas in this set. Foot Elite. Fugitive Droid. Dimensional Exile. Great removal there. Oh, Raphael, Tough Turtle. Oh, there we go, though. Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. So, Oxmole Mutants. These are going to be your mutagen creature cards. And, I mean, that's a little heavy for what it does. But whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 green. Certain green builds, you might find effectiveness out of this. I could maybe see it going in like Goreclaw, because you can definitely cheat that out. So for 4 mana, you'd be getting this versus the 6. But that's still kind of heavy. But on an 8/8 body with trample, solid. And then, yeah, not much else exciting out of this pack. I will go ahead and set them aside. I'll just keep rocking and rolling. Right. Zoo Escapees, Novel Nunchaku, Ray Fillet. Ooh, there we go. Another one of our main turtles. So, Michelangelo, Weirdness to 11. At a 2 cost, this is great. I mean, he only starts as a 1/1, but this is that +1/+1 counters build, so he's going to get big quick. When he enters, create a mutagen token, sacrifice it, you can put a +1 on him. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters we put on creature control, that many +1/+1s +1 are put on instead. That is awesome. That is a wonderful thing. And oh my god, I cannot believe this next card. I'm just hyped without even knowing its value, but there's that Eastman art. Oh my god, I didn't think that Eastman art would be available in the play boosters, but look at that. Waves of Aggression. Kevin Eastman and Peter Lard. Oh god. So yeah, that's OG comic book art there. Untap all creatures that attack this turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase, followed by an additional main phase. And it's got Retrace. That is an incredibly powerful card for like your Ishin decks. Anything that's going to be focused on combat phases and combat triggers, this card is stunning. So wow, first huge pull. I'm sure the channel members are going to be excited about that. We got one more rare, it looks like, in the pack here. Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order, 2 white or green. You get a 2/2 turtle. Whenever you put a counter on this creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. That seems like it might be limited, but even these abilities only trigger once each turn. The fact that you can do it so easily in a counter strategies deck means you're going to have endless opportunities to pull it off, and it's pretty decent, exciting card. Good draw support, solid. I see it going with the Mikey that we already pulled. But wow, Waves of Aggression. That's our first big cool pull there. Let's try to keep that hype going. See if we can't open another exciting big thing. Mutagen, Punk Frogs. I like Punk Frogs. Recognize Ninja Cavalry, Foot Ninjas. Baxter Stockman. Kind of looks like a channel owner. Kind of nice. Another Donatello. Oh, Splinter, Radical Rat. Look at that. 3, 1, and 2 white or black. An ability of a ninja creature control triggers an additional time. That's solid. Then you can pay 2. Target ninja can't be blocked this turn. Also, really good. Solid card. Good abilities. Awesome to see a Splinter already. And this allows you to sit there and set up a really nice 3-color deck. You could run Splinter as the commander and do a really awesome 3-color ninja deck with that. And yes, I do believe that. All right, Cowabunga, on to the next pack. Oof. Put my hand there a little. It's okay. Zog. Turn the Sewers. Action News Crew. Tunnel Rats. Point Squad again. Negate again. Tainted Treats. That's funny. Henchbots. Leo. Big Brother. Ooh, I like the art on that Leo. There we go. Another iconic. Now, I believe these guys were really only from that second movie. I don't think there's any other appearance of Tokar and Razor, but Terrible Twos, and oh god, that's so insane. So 3/2 on a 2-cost card here. This spell can't be countered. It has Menace, and whenever a player casts a spell, if the amount of mana to cast that spell was less than its mana value, Tokar and Razor deals 3 damage to that player. So if you got people that are paying things for no mana cost or cheating out bigger spells, this will punish them. And so legendary creatures you could run as a commander. I'm actually kind of interested. Maybe there's a really cool thing to be done there where you can play these as your commander and just have the whole deck focused on punishing your opponent for casting things. This is looking like it's going to be a really good pack, though, because we've got a couple of other cards here. So we got an Creature construct. Okay, the fact that it only costs 2 is just really, really outrageous on a body like this. But reach, trample, this creature can't attack or block unless its power is 6 or greater, and then whenever you sacrifice another artifact, draw a card and put a +1/+1 on this creature. So this definitely goes in a variety of decks. You could put it in the Donatello build, but where I see it being most effective is going to be in that like Shredder, Michelangelo, green-black deck. Just play it on turn 2. It can't do anything for a little bit. That's fine. When you sit there and start actually ramping it up with +1/+1 counters from like Mikey and his abilities, or if you start just sacrificing permanents, artifacts, it could be tokens, treasure tokens, it could be food tokens, anything like that. This thing will start beefing up quick, and then within 1 or 2 turns, it's hitting as a reach trampler. It's blocking flyers. It's just doing massive damage. So very cool card. The fact that it's only 2 mana is insane to me. Moving on. Wow. It's Technodrome. Definitely in the set. Definitely a decent card. Really blew my mind. Oh, wow. Hirokasaki. Look at that. Little baby shredder. Rocksteady. Crash Course. Manhole Missile. Ultram Scientist. Nobody. Ice Cream Kitty. Wingnut. Oh, Pizza Face. That card's been memed to death and beyond. It's fine. It's a fun card. Oh, I got another Donnie. Oh, look at that. Leatherhead. Swamp Stalker. I mean, he's all right. 2 green, 2 colorless for 5/4. Okay, I mean, I definitely like that. In my my Goreclaw deck, that card gets played for 2 mana. Trample. Leatherproof enters with a hexproof counter on her. Wow. Okay. Whenever Leatherhead deals combat damage to a player, you may remove a counter from her. When you do, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Oh, sick card. Because you could sit there and put this in like the new Final Fantasy X deck, which focuses on putting a variety of counters, and you could just beef this up with a bunch of just chances to destroy. And that removal, that Reclamation Sage style, destroy an artifact or enchantment, it can't be overstated how good that is, especially in Commander. Ooh, and a neat forest. Look at that art. God, this comic style art is so cool. All right. Moving right along. Henchbots again, Leo again. All right, Ravenous Robots. 2 cost, robot. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create another robot. 1/1. That's not bad. And pay 1. Creature tokens you control gain haste till turn. So yeah, in your Boros aggro decks, your white-red decks, this is just a solid card. In your red-blue artifact builds, this is a solid card. So I see lots of people gathering this up. It's probably going to sell for a couple bucks. Just very solid. Very cool abilities there. And then just one more of those full arts. Look at that. Look at that island. Very cool the way they're going across the cityscape and the lightning there. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Moving right on. Shredder's Technique. Neutrinos. Oh, another Donnie. And there we go. Got another villain. Rare. Chrome Dome. Another 2-cost artifact. Other artifact creatures you control get +1/+0. Pay 5. Create a token copy of another artifact target creature you control. That token gains haste. Sacrifice beginning next end step. So obviously what you're going to do is you're going to pair this up with the Technodrome that we've already seen. I mean, it's just very straightforward synergy there. It's very, very effective synergy. The fact that both of these can be played for 2 mana makes me think that the artifact synergy from this set is just insanely powerful and can't be understated. Heck, you even put it in with the Ravenous Robots. That is wild. But just, yeah, you're going to be creating token copies, even though you have to sacrifice them. I mean, sacrifice the Technodrome. If you can get that Technodrome to come down as a big copy of, an already pumped up Technodrome, there is absolutely no reason why you couldn't sit there and do that. So, just kind of quickly skimming through. Punk Frogs again. Ooh, Shredder's Armor. That's neat artwork. Venus, Torn Between Worlds. It's great to see those additional turtles here. Baxter again, but this one I'm really excited for because I noticed immediately that we have a couple of mythic rares here. First, Raph, Ninja Destroyer, 2 red, 2 colorless, legendary creature, mutant ninja turtle. He must be blocked if able. And he has Enrage whenever he's dealt damage. Add that much red mana until end of turn. You don't lose that mana as steps and phases end. So this is just a solid card in decks that want to go wide and do a lot of things with their mana. I could see it going in the most recent Jaws deck that was built, which we might do deck tech on our channel for, because I actually have the Jaws deck built. But anything that's going to want to rely on bursting those effects out. You get Raph out there, you have him deal some damage, he has to be blocked, he takes a couple back, you add a couple more mana so you can just keep fueling and chaining. Solid. Very cool. I can see why it's a mythic rare. If you give him some indestructibility or something like that, you can put some really, really big numbers on this and get a lot of mana back. So that is awesome. And then right after that, the last Ronin. Oh my goodness. All right, so on a 6-cost enchantment, we've got this saga enters on turn 1, destroy all creatures. When it moves to its second, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then on phase 3, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, put 3 +1/+1 counters on this creature. It gains trample, lifelink, and indestructible on turn. That's insane. That's sick. I mean, that's just, for one, it's very, very cool flavor. But 2, those are sick abilities. Like, if you're putting that in that disappear deck, that can be very out of control. I can think of a lot of decks, though, where that is just, you're swinging in for commander damage. Easily. All right, moving right along. April, Bebop, Mind Transfer. Oh, Cryptid. Oh, there we go. Here's another one of those special art cards. Well, it's not a rare. It's just cool to see this style art. Full bordering and such. It's super, super neat. But yeah, Kara's Technique. We've got pretty much anyone in the set that's a major character has a Technique card, I believe. And so it's cool to see that. Oh, Turtle's Lair. Also great artwork. April. Very great to see April. Another Armagon. Yeah, it's not a very exciting pack there, unfortunately. That's all right. We have plenty of these. I don't know how many we are going to get through on this particular live stream. We can obviously crack the whole pack. We can crack some of the pack. But as long as you guys tune in and enjoy what you see, that will make us happy. And if you do like this, go ahead and comment. Tell us that, hey, want to see more live streams. Do more collaboration work with high grade strategies. Collaborate with other channels. All right. I don't know this character. Savanti Romero times Exile. This is a demon wizard. There's demons in TMNT. I'm gonna have to talk to a buddy of mine about this who's a little more versed. But yeah, we got a demon wizard. 4/4 on a 5-cost body with trample. Beginning of combat on your turn. Put a +1/+1 counter on him. Then draw X cards, lose X life, where X is the number of counters. Oh, that's a sick ability. It runs in a variety of classic black decks. Actually, my wife might even be interested in putting something like that in her Tasha deck. But boy, yeah, I can see how he gets gross and out of hand very easy. Easy Alliance, right through, Zog, Tunnel Rats, Foot Elite, Two Musicians, okay, Kara's Technique, not in full border, Jenica's Technique, so we got 2 techniques right next to each other, Mikey Grandmaster, another Ravenous Robots, wow! Somebody could just turn what we open in this box into a solid artifacts deck. And normally, because I mentioned the draft style earlier, I would sit down and talk about these archetypes more as far as the commons and uncommons, because they play a big, important, key there when you're playing. But right now, we're not setting up to make a draft deck. So maybe in the future, we'll do this. We'll get a couple packs and draft it out and just sit there and see, how you would assemble a deck. But in the meantime, it's just very cool to actually go through these cards and see what's out there. Oh, I think we're running into another neat one. Oh, that's adorable. Look at that. Raphael, most attitude. We got one of those baby turtles. I've heard a lot of people talking about how they want the baby turtle artwork, so that might actually go for a pretty penny. I don't know. It's neat. And then we got Transdimensional Bowline. This card is so goofy to me. It's all right. You can tap, add 2 mana of any one color on a 3-cost 0/4 body. Like it is a solid mana dork It is very easy to play. Its cost isn't too bad. It can easily, be a nice early chump blocker. On a 0/4, you're not killing, your opponent's 1/1 flyers or 2/2 flyers, but they're not killing you either. So, very, very cool. I like it. I'm still waiting to see if we're going to pull anything that makes me just outright swear or something like that, or just shout, but so far, I've been pretty level-headed on it. Oh! Well, I mean, definitely neat to see her. I was very excited when they announced this card. I know a lot of people weren't because they just didn't think that she did too much. But yeah, April O'Neil at 4 cost, this Hacktivist. She's a 1/5. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card for each card type among the spells you've cast this turn. In a spellcaster heavy deck, she does a ton of work, and I am very excited by the artwork. All right, so we're going to open just a couple more of these, and then after that, we're going to probably wrap up for today, but we will do more content like this, and we will definitely talk about this again in the future. So, let's see what else we pull for today. Did I say Dream Beavers? I did say Dream Beavers. What the heck? All right, Weathermaker. Not too terribly exciting, but this is a landfall card. And a 3 cost, I mean, it's going to run a variety of decks. Whenever you control land enters, put a charge counter on it. And then tap, you can add 1 mana of any color. Tap, remove 2 charge counters, you get 2 colorless mana. That's where I see it being most effective. Or remove 3 charge counters and deal 3 damage. So yeah, this can run in any deck. Colorless card, very solid. Very cool. That's just 1 card. Okay. Cardstock on that one's awfully thick. I think this will be our last one. Along, yep, I can already see one of those heavy border cards. Look at that. Jenica, Bad Apple Big Sister. When Jenica enters, create a 2/2 red mutant creature token. Oh god, that artwork is just so cool. That's not another Eastman one, but still, very, very cool. And our last rare for now, it is a mythic rare. This is actually one of the most sought after cards in the entire set. Anyone running Pan's Laza is going to want to buy this off us. Triceraton Commander, 2 white and 2 instances of X. You get a 2/2 flying dinosaur soldier. Whenever this creature attacks, dinosaurs you control other than this creature get +1/+1 and gain flying until end of turn. But that sounds exciting. When this creature enters, for the X that you've paid, you're going to create that many 2/2 white dinosaur creature, white soldier creature tokens. And those dinosaur soldiers, they're going to get so much work in. Very, very excited to see it. This is obviously the biggest hit we pulled so far, so really, really cool to go out on this. And yeah, I mean, if you guys liked seeing this, definitely let us know. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, this is done in collaboration with our gaming channel, High Grade Strategies, which you can find us at, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok under High Grade Strategies. And subscribe to this channel and our other channel, and you may be entered into a chance to get one of these nice boosters or one of our potential boosters in the future. But yeah, definitely check us out if you like gaming stuff, and if you want a chance to get one of these fine Turtles booster packs, go over and subscribe to High Grade Strategies. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Peace.